recording? Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to the City of Parker Council meeting for the 19th of March, 2024. If everybody would please stand. Mr. Chappell.
Oh Lord, thank you for all that you do for us. So lift your hand tonight for the meeting at the City Council, that we might decide and make the right decisions for our city. Bless our first responders that help us in our city, and may they always be in our hearts, and bless our city, Amen.
Amen. Ron?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Please be seated. We have a big agenda tonight, so we're going to proceed right in here. Would you call the roll for us, please, Madam Clerk?
Ms. Barrett?
Here.
Ms. Farrow?
Here.
Mr. Chapel?
Here.
Mr. Haynes? Mayor Cowell?
Yes, here. Approval of the minutes from the last few meetings are in your package. We have a motion to approve.
I'll second.
We have a second and a third. And would you please call the roll?
Ms. Farrow? Ms. Barrett?
Yes.
Ms. Farrow?
Yes.
Mr. Chapel?
Yes.
Mr. Haynes? Mayor Cowell?
Yes, thank you very much, Council. At this time, we have one addition to item 8. Would you bring me up to speed, Madam Clerk, on that?
Yes, sir. We've had some bids returned to us today that Mr. Summerlin will be opening. when
Okay.
We get to item 8.
All right. And
I'm
then
sorry, item 8 or item 7? Where is Mr.
item 8 or 7, what's it going to be?
It's the Melende, so whichever one. it is.
Eight.
Item 8, that's what you got.
Item 8.
Okay, and then at this time, if there's anybody in the audience that would like to come to the podium and state your name and,
We're deleting 9 too.
oh, I'm sorry, we're moving 9 to the next council meeting. Anybody that would like to put in an application with the city clerk's office for the vacancies that are on the planning council, please do so. And then we will have an opportunity to interview those prospective candidates in the next 14 days. After that meeting's over, we'll start collecting applications for the Infrastructure Sales Tax Committee.
Did you want to, if anyone else would like to put their name on
Yes, if there's anybody else that wants to bring in an app, please bring it to the clerk
that planning commission?
for the planning council, yeah.
And
And anybody at this time that would like to come to the podium that has something that they would like to discuss that's not on the agenda. I know it's a lengthy agenda and there may be some conversation as we go through, but if there's anybody who would like to have a conversation, now would be the time to do it. Just come to the podium and state your name and address for the record. All right, so we're good to go. All right, well then let's do business.
You got the minutes, Mayor?
Yeah. Did we approve the minutes? We did already.
Yeah.
Yep.
we're good.
Um,
On to agenda item 1.
okay. Mr. Sloan, are you going to do the parcel split paperwork for us to get us initiated here? Item 1, 5215.
Yes, sir. This is an item that came before the Planning Commission on a parcel split. The applicant has provided you detailed information about how he would like to split the parcels. The Planning Commission chairman is here. He can go into more detail about what the Planning Commission actually did, if you would like to.
All right, sounds good. Mr. Rega, is this for our lovely new hotel?
You know what? I'm not 100% sure because, quite frankly, that piece of it wasn't part of the details we had received.
Okay.
But what a few years ago, an organization called Move It Storage purchased all that land.
Yeah.
And they built a terrific structure,
Yeah.
and I'm glad that they're Parker residents and Parker business people now because they did everything they did
Yep.
that they said that they would do.
Very good.
They had approximately 2.65 acres that were to the east of their land. And what the Planning Commission did is they reviewed all of the land for impervious nature. They found that they did put in the ponds in order to deal with any flooding that may occur. They still meet each of the requirements regarding impervious land, even with the sell-off.
Okay.
There was no reason that the Planning Commission saw to not grant the split request.
Okay. Mr. Sloan, you've looked it over?
Yes, sir.
It's compliant?
Well, it passed the planning commission, yes, sir.
Okay, sounds good. All right.
Anything else, Mayor?
No, I think that's good. Thank you very much, sir. Is the people that own the parcel, are they here tonight?
No, couldn't-
No? Okay. Well, council, the request is before you. It looks documented to me. Mr. Sloan says it's all compliant. Planning council says it's a good documented split.
Well, I'll make a motion that we grant the split.
We have a motion on the floor to split this piece of land,
I'll second it.
and we have a second. Would you call the roll, please, Madam Clerk?
Ms. Barrett,
Yes.
Ms. Barrow,
Yes.
Mr. Chapel,
Yes.
Mr. Haney.
Yes.
Mayor Kaplan.
Yes, thank you very much. Okay, item 2 is the 1034 Brennan Place, the parcel combination. Is Mr. Brandon here?
Yes, sir.
Hey, Mr. Brandon, how are you, sir?
Good.
I only had one question for you, sir. Someone reported me today you had monkeys living on your land. Is that true?
I do, but I got something to tell you. Don't feed them because they're stuffed.
Okay, they're stuffed monkeys.
So don't feed the stuffed monkeys.
Also, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Brandon told me today he put a sign on his property that said coming soon.
Right.
It doesn't say what, but he put my phone number.
Well,
So please don't call that phone number.
it's Indian Reservation. I'm Park Crow.
Okay.
Casinos, teepees.
Casinos. Let's do that.
Teepees.
So the deal with the monkeys was a joke. It wasn't true.
No, the monkeys are still stuffed.
The monkeys are stuffed. Okay, Mr. Sloan, you're up, sir.
Yes, sir. As you recall, last year, the council approved a swap of some land down there adjacent to Mr. Brandon's property, in which the city traded a 10-foot strip, reserving easements for utilities, in exchange for a parcel that I believe the lift station's on down there.
You're more or less sure.
And that was accomplished. Those deeds were recorded, and the 10-foot strip now is what Mr. Brandon is seeking to combine
Combine
that
it,
with his property next door.
Are you happy with all of this, Mr. Brandon?
Yes, sir.
Are you? Okay, council, it's for your review.
I'll make a motion to approve this
I'll second.
combination.
We have a motion to approve and a second, Madam Clerk.
As long as they're good monkeys.
Well, I only saw
Well-
2 today.
If you come at night, they're flying monkeys.
What kind
Okay.
of crops are you growing, sir?
No, this
Cash
is
crops,
This
sir.
is all legal. This is just from the hippie days.
Okay.
This is left over.
I got you.
So you call the roll, please?
Yes. Ms. Barrett,
Yes.
Ms. Barrow,
Yes.
Mr. Chapel,
Yes.
Mr. Haney,
Yes.
Mayor Kaplan.
Yes, thank you, ma'am. Thank you, sir. I appreciate
Always a
you.
pleasure.
All
Thank
right,
y'all
sir.
for all you do.
Yes, sir. 6221 East Highway 98. It's a major development public hearing. We have to open the floor. Mr. Sloan?
Yes, sir. You open the floor, and any one who would like to speak
Right.
needs to identify themselves, indicate what their standing is, and also, if the applicant's here, they need to make a presentation.
Okay, this is for 6221 East Highway 98. This is going to be a public hearing. The floor is open to public comment.
All right, so
Aye.
Madam Clerk will need to swear in the witnesses.
You guys did this last time.
Yes, ma'am.
Can you raise both right hands for me?
Rhonda Parnell's.
No, just raise your hands.
Okay.
Just raise your right hand for me, sir.
Lawrence
Do you,
Bell.
yes. Do you swear and affirm that the testimony you're about to give is true to the best of your knowledge?
Yes.
Thank you.
Very good. Mr. Sloan?
This came before the Planning Commission last week. It was an application for development of this parcel for a small, essentially takeout business. There may be 1 or 2 seats inside, I think they talked about, but it's essentially a carry-out business.
Is this the old Wayne Carter property?
Yes, sir.
Oh, very good, very good.
And the Planning Commission, I believe, recommended approval with the conditions, standard conditions we put on any development permit, so that. is-
Mr. Raga?
Yes, sir.
All good?
Yes, sir.
All right, thank you.
have to be sworn in, because there's one
Yeah.
component you need to know about.
Do you swear and affirm that the testimony you're about to give is true to the best of your knowledge?
Yes.
Thank you, sir.
There was one question regarding parking. However, there's a component within the parking LDRs that do allow this type of a development to have the number of spaces that they
Nice.
they had. It has to do with the type of business. It's primarily a cash and carry business, and when it's that type of a business, you don't have to have all the normal number of parking spaces that are necessary.
Very
That's
good.
a new piece that the council had brought in a year and a half ago when we rewrote the LDR.
LDR, okay.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Reagan. I'm excited. Are you excited?
Yes, sir.
This is gonna be nice, huh?
I'm
Good for
curious-
Parker.
I hope you like it.
Good for Parker.
Curious, is this just like a drive-through type scenario?
No.
I wasn't here when.
Pull in and pick up kind of thing,
Yeah,
right?
you can pull and pick up. There's maybe a couple, like a bar and a couple stools, bench to wait for your order.
Gotcha.
Is it gonna be like a sub shop or?
Hopefully a step above a sub shop.
Yes.
Nice, nice.
Yes, using local,
Will you still be able to get a haircut while you wait?
Yeah.
outside.
Outside?
I'll do
He's
them.
pretty good at cutting hair.
Good, good. All right, council, it's up for us to say.
This is still a public hearing.
Oh, that's right, you're right. Anybody else want to speak right now before we move forward? I apologize. Thank you for getting up and speaking. Appreciate you. Okay, I close the public hearing. We need a vote, don't we?
I'll
on it?
make a motion that we go ahead and, give them the,
Permit to build
yes.
Okay.
With standard conditions.
with standards and conditions. We got a first,
A second.
we got a second. Madam Clerk, call a roll.
Ms. Barrett?
Yes.
Ms. Barrett?
Yes.
Mr. Chapel?
Yes.
Mr. Haney?
Yes.
Mayor Kelly?
Absolutely, yes, very good. Let's see what we got here. SRF resolution.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Sloan, you're up, sir.
As the council will recall, you originally had an SRF loan. They deallocated, or words to that effect, that loan and agreed to make a new loan to the city, I believe of $7 million, $7,026,540 is what the total is, with a 40% forgiveness of $2,809,913. So this resolution, which is 2024-399, is similar to the previous resolution, but it updates the numbers, it terminates and supersedes the previous resolution, and puts the city in a position to move forward with the project with the new funding. So what you'll need, Mayor, would be a motion to read the resolution, and then if that's done, then a motion to adopt it.
Okay.
Motion to read.
Yeah, we have a motion to read. We need a second for two, right?
Yes, sir.
We have a second. Call a roll.
Ms. Barrett?
Yes.
Ms. Barrett?
Yes.
Mr. Chapel?
Yes.
Mr. Haney?
Yes.
Mayor Kelly?
Yes.
Resolution number 2024-399, a resolution of the city, Council of the City of Parker, Florida, relating to the State Revolving Fund Loan Program, making findings, authorizing the loan application, authorizing one or more loan agreements or amendments to existing loan agreements, establishing pledge revenues, designating authorized representatives, providing assurances, providing for conflict, severability, and effective date. And the one thing I will say, Mayor, if you'll recall, the original loan had some interesting provisions relative to the Trustmark loan that
Correct.
the city
Those are
currently
exempt
has.
now, right? Those are,
And with this loan, the SRF has indicated that they're going to take a pledge of the ad valorem revenue.
very good. That's incredibly good news. Incredibly good news. Okay,
So you need
need
a
a first, a motion to accept,
to adopt.
to adopt the
Make a
resolution.
motion that we adopt.
We have a resolution, we have a motion to adopt the resolution. Do we have a second?
Second.
We have a second. Would you call the roll, please?
Ms. Barrett?
Yes.
Ms. Barrett?
Yes.
Mr. Chapel?
Yes.
Mr. Haney?
Yes.
Mayor Kelly?
Yes, fantastic, council. That's very good business. Okay, Mr. Sloan, you're up again for an easement resolution.
All right, this is actually two resolutions, Mayor, 2024-397 and 2024-398. Some time ago, the Department of Transportation contacted the city and indicated that that in the construction of the new bridge, that will come over from Tyndall, that there will be required a small piece of property
In the middle of the median, yeah.
to be deeded to the Department of Transportation.
Yep.
And then a separate temporary easement where they're gonna need some area to construct the bridge. So
Correct.
this is actually two resolutions. The first one, 2024-397, is for the transfer of that small little piece of property, and 398 is for the temporary easement. So if you'll need
First,
separately,
let's-
you'll need a
Two separate votes, right?
motion on each resolution separately.
Okay. So council, we need a motion on the first.
Which property are they gonna?
Picture in your mind as you're passing the donut shop on the Parkway.
The Hess station was?
Where, no, in the middle of the median.
No, I don't understand that, but where are they gonna stage up at? Where? Okay.
That's the map that I've given you guys, it sort of showed you in between or something.
Okay.
Between, it's like West Cooper and East Cooper Drive, there's a small dirt piece in the middle.
Right.
They need that for the stanchions to put the new bridge on. And the other piece is where they're gonna stage the equipment while they're doing the construction. Of course, it's gonna be over a lengthy period of time, but we've actually been negotiating with the state on this for about a year. And now we're down to this part where they can actually have that small piece of real estate. So one of the, if what I'm explained to me is correct, one of the legs of the new bridge will stand on that median in the center right there. Of course, they're gonna put one bridge and then take one bridge down and put another bridge up, but that's what it's for. Everybody,
Motion to read.
okay, I have a motion to read.
I second.
We have a second. You call it clerk, Madam Clerk?
Ms. Barrett?
Yes.
Ms. Barrow?
Yes.
Mr. Chapel?
Yes.
Mr. Haney?
Yes.
Mayor Cowell?
Yes, thank you very much. Council.
Resolution number 2024-397, a resolution of the City of Parker, Florida, authorizing the transfer of certain real property to the Florida Department of Transportation, providing for severability, correction of Scrivener's errors, and construction, repealing resolutions in conflict herewith, and establishing an effective date. So now you need a motion to adopt.
Accept. We have,
Motion to adopt.
we have a motion from Ms. Barrow,
Second.
and we have a second from Mr. Chapel. Call the roll, please.
Ms. Barrett?
Yes.
Ms. Barrow?
Yes.
Mr. Chapel?
Yes.
Mr. Haney?
Yes.
Mayor Cowell?
Yes, thank you, council.
All right, now for resolution 2024-398 is the temporary easement.
Right,
You'll need to go through that same process again.
Motion to read.
motion to read.
Second.
Got a second? Call the roll.
Miss Barrett?
Yes.
Ms. Barrow?
Yes.
Mr. Chapel?
Yes.
Mr. Haney?
Yes.
Mayor Cowell?
Yes, Mr. Sloan.
Resolution number 2024-398, a resolution for the City of Parker, Florida, authorizing the city to grant an easement to the Florida Department of Transportation, providing for severability, correction of Scrivener's errors in construction, repealing resolutions in conflict herewith, and establishing an effective date.
I'll make a motion to adopt.
Second.
Got a first and a second. You call the roll, please.
Ms. Barrett?
Yes.
Ms. Barrow?
Yes.
Mr. Chapel?
Yes.
Mr. Haney?
Yes.
Mayor Cowell?
Yes, thank you, council.
So those two documents that are part of the resolution will need to be signed by you. And then the FDOT man indicated he will actually come by and pick them up.
He did. Okay, sounds good. All right, and who'll prepare those documents? You, Mr. Sloan?
They're already prepared.
They're-
and
Okay,
had.
I
very
have
good.
them.
You have them already?
Tomorrow.
Okay, very good. All right. Now, I didn't see this until today, and this, Mr. Summerlin, is excellent. So if you would please come to the podium and tell us what we're having here. This is wonderful.
I first would like to apologize that this paperwork didn't get put out. I have plenty of copies here for anybody here that would like to have a copy.
People have been asking me about this for a long, long time. This is the Melinde property that we bought for drainage. What you see there is what I've seen tonight. This is important, very important.
So, two apologies. One is I apologize
I thought
that
we
this
did those already.
documentation didn't get put. You skipped
Lighting?
me?
No, the Tyndall.
You skipped one, didn't
Tyndall
you?
Parkway easement resolution?
I
You
thought
just did
I
it.
thought you had number 6. No, there was 2.
different agenda than I did.
Oh.
Tyndall and Spring Lake easement.
You got one more easement.
Okay, we got a difference in our agendas.
Number 7 right now, about the sports complex.
His agenda's different from mine.
That's all right.
Mine says Tyndall and Spring Lake easement resolution.
Yeah, you
And
skipped
yours
one
is-
there.
And,
SRF, FSA easement, and then the temporary easement. I thought
right,
we
but,
did them
but the Tyndall, resolution was something that Tony and I had discussed.
That's that
And I
10-foot
thought
strip
that-
behind
that
the
was
shopping
not-
center.
Right.
Oh, I thought that was the.
It's a separate
temporary.
easement.
No.
So should we put it on next council meeting?
Well, no, you've already got it. You just jumped ahead. It's there.
Okay, well, actually, our itineraries are different.
We don't have it.
Yeah,
You don't have it?
Yeah,
no,
let's-
they have the temporary.
Then you have to
So
table
we'll
it.
have to do at the next meeting.
Let's
And
discuss it
they're-
anyway.
They're trying to close this week.
Me
so-
too.
So
Let's
let me-
move on.
Let me explain to the council
Right, right.
what is being offered. It's really not an easement. There is a 10-foot strip behind the shopping center that the owner of the shopping center desires to deed to the city so that we can use it for drainage purposes. They are paying tax on it now, and they have decided they don't want to pay tax on it, and so they want to give it to the city. Tony can talk about the benefits of it for the city's purposes, but there's no money involved. They just want to go ahead and transfer it to the city.
So I will tell you, I'd like to weigh in on this also. I didn't know we were going to talk about this tonight. 30 years ago, when Walmart stood on that property, they were drainage issues, and they put a swell back there, and then they developed the houses on Nancy Drive, and then as a consequence, when there's heavy rainfall, those houses flood, and so do some of the secondary roads right there. Well, behind the strip mall, which is now not what it used to be, there was a swell and a ditch that has filled itself in, and that ditch ran between the roller skating place right there, along the back of the strip mall, into a canal, and into the property behind the storage units, right, which is, for whatever reason, not properly maintained. The water, if we don't do something about this, floods those houses. The benefit of the city taking this over is that Mr. Summerlin can go in there with his heavy equipment and clean those canals out, clean those ditches, whatever he calls them, so that the water can flow back like it used to flow 30 years ago when Walmart was there. And I didn't know you were going to bring this to us tonight, and I didn't know what it was, but this is really good.
I'm so sorry.
This would be the Holmes property.
It's part of the Holmes property, and then, you know, there was a strip mall there. The roof blew off it a couple months ago. Right behind there, it needs maintenance bad. And then there's another retention pond behind Bobby's property. Then it turned the corner by the roller rink, and then it goes into the canal on Hickory. Well, it can't because it's all blocked up. So consequently, all the people's homes right there, when it rains, the water gets stuck and it can't get off the property. And so this will resolve that for sure. I'm on Mark right here. This is what we're talking about.
It's one step at a time.
It's
there.
one
This
step.
is
Yeah.
just- This is just behind the strip center.
That's a long piece of property.
It's a long piece of property.
10 foot wide, 12 foot wide,
It should have been addressed before the
ever.
made
Long time
the
ago.
Storage facility.
I agree.
But that was
I
all
agree.
shady dealings before
We
you were mayor.
finally have got to this. It's taken a long
Basically,
time.
what this is going to do is this is going to give us a 10-foot strip behind the entire shopping plaza that we can put drainage in and direct it to the pond that's already there.
Right.
Because that pond outlets on Nancy.
It
But
does.
Right now, there's no storage behind any of those homes
Right.
on Nancy in the backyards.
Doesn't it dump both ways, Tony? Doesn't it dump both directions and eventually the Hickory and go into the canal right there?
Once it gets heavy enough.
Yeah, it needs it desperately. It needs it.
I said, they're willing just to give us the property with no strings attached.
That's good. That's good.
So I would just ask the council to consider a motion to accept the deed of the strip behind the strip mall.
I'd make that motion.
Okay, we have a motion.
Second.
We have a second. Council, could you call a roll?
Ken, Miss Barrett,
Yes.
Ms. Barrow,
Yes.
Mr. Chapel,
Yes.
Mr. Hanky,
Yes.
Mayor Taylor.
Very good. Thank you. Yes.
Okay, now we're on to,
The most important thing.
well, I said, first I want to apologize, y'all didn't get the documents until tonight. I also want to apologize to the contractors that are patiently waiting for those bids to open here as soon as we can get there. We should have got on the first item, but that's partly my fault too.
Well, I can only read what you give me.
So, basically, this is basically more just of an informative thing right now. We don't have to make a decision tonight. The first one we're gonna talk about is the sports complex. Basically, what you have is a proposal from FPL. FPL is proposing over there 37 lights, 3,751 feet of conduit and wire, 37 manholes. 37 20-foot black fiberglass poles, 37 lights, with a monthly charge to the city of $1,600 a month on a 10-year lease. The reason I couldn't get you the documents until today was that the next line right here with contractor's cost, I actually didn't get that number until lunchtime yesterday, waiting on the supplier to give an estimate. That is just a very vague ballpark number. That doesn't including going out to bidding, advertising, maintenance, power bill, anything. That's just a round number that what he thinks that job might go out for bid at. So trying to compare apples to apples here. FPL will come in, put all the lights in, do all the work. City pays $1,600 a month for 10 years. We never pay a power bill. We never pay for a lightning strike. We don't insure the lights. If they get vandalized, they get broken.
And in 10 years, they'll replace them at the rate then, and we'll just adjust the bill.
10 years, we can upgrade or we can get out of the lease.
Okay,
But they're basically foot everything.
nice.
So like I said, sports complex, we really don't have to, it's just an informative thing. We're not ready for this to happen. I just been getting a lot of questions, people asking when we're gonna light the park, you know.
If we move forward on this, how long would it take to install it?
Well, like I said, sports complex isn't ready.
No.
It is, like I said, I just wanna bring it to your attention.
How long is that price gonna be good for?
Well, that's what FPL is quoting right now. They know the park's not ready for these, so that's what they're proposing. But like I said, I want to get the information to you because I keep getting a bunch of questions on what we're going to do. And we have 3 options here. One is we don't light the park at all. 2, we hire a contractor, go out to bid, maintain it all ourselves. 3, we go the FPL route. So like I said, just food for thought to think on that one. We're going to move now to the next agenda item, which is Melende.
Before you move, if you picked right now, what would you pick?
Well, let me go to Melende and I'll explain why for both. Okay. So we're going to go to Melende Lighting. Melende Lighting is 17 lights, 1,695 foot of conduit wire, same 20-foot poles, same 150 power light fixtures, $700 a month, $84,000. Contractors estimate $70,000. So I have to look at it as far as maintenance wise. We spent, as you can see on here, we spent $198,000 across the street for the lights across the street. I have lost track. I can tell you, I mean, we have probably had the contractor out there at least a dozen times, changing light fixtures. Lightning struck, hit 6 GFIs, burned the whole circuit out. Somebody came in with a baseball bat and busted the flagpole lights to pieces. You know, but if they are coming in and they're going to take over the light fixtures and they're going to take care of them for 10 years, no matter if hurricane, whoever comes through and wipes them all out. We don't have to insure these. We don't have to insure the asset. We don't have insurance bill. We don't have light bill. All we have is that one bill. I mean, FPL, and there again, if we try to find funding, if I found a grant today that would buy these lights, it'd still be a year plus before we saw lights across the street.
Okay.
That's why I wanted to address the Melende thing, because we're fixing to open up bids tonight for Melende.
Yep.
And the contractor's telling me that even if we approve to go FPL right now to put this lighting in, they're 3 months out on getting any kind of fixtures and 3 months before a contractor will show up. So we're
And if we open bids tonight, when are we gonna start digging?
That'll be after the engineers review the bids,
Okay.
make sure all the paperwork's notice to proceed and all that. So we're 6 months before the first light might even get in the ground over there.
Okay, and the price is still good.
Yes.
Okay, let's open the bids.
So like I said, we're gonna open the bids now. But I just wanted y'all to, like I said, we can bring the Melende one back to the next council meeting if y'all want to think about that till then. But like I said, sports complex, I just wanted y'all to have information right now.
Let's get those bids going.
You don't have bids on the sports complex, only Melende.
Only Melende retention pond. So I'm not gonna open these in any random order here. First one is CWR. Base bid amount, $1,572,486. Next one is Roberts and Roberts. Base bid, $1,395,412. Next one is Monolith Construction. Monolith.
How many bids do we have, Madam Clerk?
6.
He's already counted.
3.
Base bid, $1,801,027. Next bid is BCL. Base bid is $1,178,023. Next bid is GCUC. Base bid, $1,749,875. Last one is American Sand. Base bid, $1,841,050.06. I'll take all these bids and turn them over to the engineers for review, and they will make the recommendation.
Thank you, sir. Wait a second.
Getting frosty in here.
Mr. Chapel, you have the floor.
The only thing I got tonight is, we got the stuffing of the Easter eggs tomorrow at 10 o'clock in this building right here. Those that wanna come and help stuff eggs. I separated all the eggs today, the big ones, the little ones, and mini ones. So, we try to keep them separated. It's gonna take, we got close to 2,500 eggs, so we got a lot of candy, so it's gonna take us a while to stuff them. Some of the eggs, we're probably gonna have to put, little smiley faces on at the seam to keep them so they don't open up while they're, we're trying to, hide them. And the other thing is, one of the companies that, brought a bunch of eggs too, they're probably about $200 worth of candy rather. And, although some of the candy won't fit in the eggs, I figured that we could use them for, I got gold eggs, and the gold eggs, got little notes in them saying, see the Easter Bunny? And, Easter Bunny will pass out, like chocolate Easter eggs and stuff like that, so. But we got 2 suits. Anybody wants to volunteer to be a bunny? That's all I
Haney?
got.
Mr. Haney?
One more thing.
Okay.
Don't forget, next month is, the 5th Tuesday of the month. So, we have a meeting over at City Hall, I guess. So, don't forget to come to that. bring your ideas of what do you wanna do.
Mr. Haney?
My concern is Mr. Brandon's monkeys getting out and stealing all these.
Ain't that the damn truth? I'm concerned about that sign.
Out there.
That's the sign I'm worried about. Calling my house. Want me to come chase them down.
Well, I'll go get the number and I'll pass it down there, but they ain't seen it yet.
They don't do eggs.
Okay.
Miss Barrow?
Cheese.
Jeez. Alright.
Anything, Miss Barrow? No? Nothing? Nothing at all? Whether everybody knows or not, we've been waiting a long time to get to this Melinde property. This is gonna make a big change to the watershed and the flooding problem that we have on this part of Parker. I don't know when this is gonna start, but hopefully it'll be as soon as possible. And hopefully we're gonna have a nice walking track, is my understanding, right? I'm thinking that the Melinde property needs to get lighting before the sports complex does. Is that pretty much what you have in mind? So when do you think the engineer will make a final decision, Mr.?
Well, that's what I figured. I figured the next council meeting, she'll make a recommendation, and that's when I'll ask y'all about the lighting.
Okay, very, very good, very good. All right, thank you, everybody, and I appreciate you coming. Could you do me a big favor tomorrow? Would you write a letter for my signature and mail this back to Mr. Libby and thank him for his concern, but I don't want his input. Thank you. What about